So, how y'all doing? It's Jared. And this may be a rare piece, but it may actually not be. I'm not quite sure. I've had this one for a while now. You can see here on the blade, it's marked BG42, 1 of 400. On the other side, Schrade D'Holder. That's the actual model this is. D'Holder is a designer that Schrade did a lot of collaborations with. Right around the 2000 mark, there were a couple different fixed blades that came out, and they're very desirable, very collectible fixed blades. The reason I picked this one up is these handles. This maple burl wood handle is just absolutely beautiful, and it's finished gorgeously. You can see the tape, that distal taper there on the spine of the blade, just beautifully finished. The nickel steel bolsters, I really like that. I'm a really big fan there. It holds fingerprints like nothing. You can see the blades have the mirror polish on it, and with that hollow grind on the mirror polish, the way this drop point blade design is done, you can see the actual grind comes all the way up, so there is no existing swedge, and it just gives a beautiful aesthetic. You know, when you get this thing in the light, moving around in the light and all the different colors and patterns, it looks absolutely gorgeous. And then again with this wood, I mean, look at that handle. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's too small. In the hand, this thing is freaking tiny. I mean, there's not enough handle here, but it looks fantastic. It's been in the case of mine for a while now. And the question that comes up for me, right? I'm going to pull in my iPad here because this is going to be really ghetto. I'm going to run you through some photos really quick, okay? Photos that I've pulled offline. The first one here, BG42, 1 of 200, right? Oh, I found my knife online, but you notice that these handles are completely different. That is a different maple burl wood. But they're both marked 1 of 400 BG42 Schrade D'Holder, right? Here's another one. And this one as well, it's crappy photo here, but it's marked 2001, number 1 of 42. But again, you can look at this handle here. That is not the same handle. You can tell by the, just the location of some of the actual, the little, I don't know what they're called, the knots in the actual wood. You can tell that it's not the same knife, right? And then I'll keep going. This is marked number 1 of 300, and it's got a green handle on it. But it's marked number 1 of 500, and it's the same knife. It's the same model knife. Same model sheath here, it's just a different design. You can see that sheath design just varies a little bit, right? And then again, this one here is advertised as 1 of 400, but it's not marked that way. Again, here's another one. See that? BG42, number 1 out of 400, 2001, with a completely different handle. This is like 5 knives that are all marked BG42, 2001, right? And online, there's actually still a few of these knives available. You can see that. There's that one there. And I'll come over to, there's the source for this image that I actually got this image. It is a website called Old School Schrade Knives. And they've got it marked for $300. It's $300, number 1 out of 42. What is that? Is that number 1 out of 400 somebody's going to pay $300 for? Here's another one. You can see that? $300. Marked number 1 out of 500. But is it? I don't understand what's going on with this knife. There are so many of the same model knife. If it was a different color of maple wood, if it was the green marked the 1 of 400, I could understand. But this is golden maple burl. And there's so many, I found multiple examples with golden maple burl marked BG42 2001 1 of 400. And so I don't know if this is a clone. Is this a fake? Is this a ripoff that I've got here? Are those ripoffs that they're selling online? What's going on here? I don't quite sure. Is this something that Schrade did? Am I reading these numbers wrong? Is that number 1 run? Like, is this the first knife of 400 knives? They're all going to, the first model, and they're going to produce 400 different models? Was that the idea? I don't know. So if anybody's got any ideas on this knife, please let me know, or send me to somewhere that'll explain this a little bit more. There's a couple forums discussing the D'Holder, the Schrade D'Holder online, but none of them answer the question. None of them answer what is going on here. And when I do actually figure out what's going on here, and seemingly value of this knife, I'm probably going to wind up selling it. Because if it's worth $350, it's gone. But at the same time, if it's a fake, I'm not going to be selling a fake knife to anybody for $350. I don't know what's going on. Y'all have a good one.